Verbruggen packed, Lamptey packed, Enciso packed, Baleba packed. Like, how many people was out there? Welbeck, I love you, dog. Packed. How many fried seagulls on the pitch today? DeFurby, you in shambles, brother. Fried seagull is on the menu tonight, boys. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you beat these seagulls' asses, bruh. And we're gonna talk about King Kai Havertz, bruh. The king is on his planet. What's going down, everybody? It's full-time trip. We're back in the building. Brighton 0, Arsenal 3 at the Amex. What a performance. What a performance, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I know there might have been a little bit of nerves going into this. Could have been a potential banana skin, but listen to me. The maturity that we've seen in this team is something to behold. We have to stop and take stock of how good we really are right now. We're playing some of the best football and imposing ourselves against some of the strongest teams in the league and in Europe. Like, it's something to be seriously proud of. Seriously proud of, man. Boring Arsenal just dropped 3 goals at home to Brighton when Brighton had a really good record at home. You know what I'm saying? Oh, boring Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Comes up to do what? What? We did that. We did that. We put ass whoopings on some seagulls, bruh. Made them look like penguins. No flight. They wasn't getting no fly anywhere, bro. There's a no-fly zone. Everybody grounded for the day. Inclement weather. You know what I mean? Like, it's that type vibe right now. It's so wonderful to see this performance. Again, it was a different look. We were going to try and be aggressive, and I think the thing about this game for us was finding the balance of when to press and then when to be in our shape and not give too many things away. And again, Brighton are one of the best build-up teams in the world, let alone the league. And this was a different thing when there was a lot of space in the middle of the pitch for them to try and make runs. But the defensive awareness from some of our players, from most of our players today, was again very important, needed, and so appreciated. Again, look at last season, how a Brighton game could have been super end-to-end. They could have got the better of us in transitions. We just wanted to press all the time, and that might have gotten us in bad situations. Being this, the defensive dimension of this team, having that grow so much now. Look at us being in certain places where there could be a break on, but there's so many shirts, you know what I'm saying, for like flooding back and staying back and stifling them, knowing when to be calm and not always pressing up, maybe baiting them a little bit into making mistakes. Then we get on the ball, and those times we have it, be efficient, try and make opportunities and score, and that's what happened today. I can run through the goals really quickly. Again, the first one, Gabriel Jesus did some good work to again stump up Tariq Lamptey. That's a pen all day, by the way. I don't know what you know what I'm saying, fullback union and all that stuff was talking about over there. That's a pen all day. Just because you have a touch on the ball does not mean you have control of the ball at any instance. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't directly correlate whatsoever. So when Gabriel Jesus cut him, even though it was a little flick onto Lamptey, contact still went through Jesus. And if he didn't get clipped, there's a solid chance he was going to still get to that ball. So that's a stonewall penalty all day. Saka comes back and buries that, bruh. I need him to, you know what I'm saying, if you're going to mention him when he scores goals and does what he does best, you know what I'm saying, being one of the best players in the league. How about you mention him there? Not when he's having his day off, bruh. Not when Arsenal aren't playing, bruh. That's just a quote to y'all, bruh. Watch your mouths. But back to this, again, some really good stuff. And out of a moment in the second half where Saka was down, really good movement from Jorginho to get to the byline. Another great run from Havertz. Finds some space to the box, tucks away from the second goal, settles the nerves, and last but not least, a beautiful Havertz weighted pass right through the middle. Trossard, the revenge arc, bruh. Ousted from Brighton, but what happened? He came to fry some birds tonight. He came to fry some birds with the Alexis Sanchez West Ham little chip, bruh. Said, calm, just wait. Boom, chipped his ass. Lovely stuff, man. And again, this was a game of finding the right timing, finding the right rhythm, and really picking our spots. And we could have had a lot of chances in. It could have been 3-0 up at the half already. Again, the Gabriel header in like the first minute. I believe there was a Saka shot that went wide. There was a couple of chances there, but still being on again our rhythm, trying to find that right pocket of when to press, when to find them. And as the second half went on, you could see as much as they, even when they started to have more of the ball after Zinchenko went off, you could see we're still picking our spots, finding the right times to press, finding the right spots to apply pressure to, and it was paying dividends in the end. I have to say that was a very, very good game plan, and I think getting through the storm of certain things, with how Brighton play, how they play. Again, they're gonna try and pick up the ball, play through the middle, and they had some joy there. But when it came to the final third, I think we stifled them a whole hell of a lot in that platform, just to do a lot of things and really, really get the result where we needed it. So wonderful stuff. Cannot say enough good things. People who might have had some flack going into this game, I will give a shout out to Zinchenko. I will give again, I got him a shout out, bro, because he's been the topic of conversation for this week and this game week. I don't think this is necessarily him jumping right back into the starting 11. I just think this was a tools in the toolkit type of game, especially when you think of how much we want to try and retain control against Brighton, because if it becomes more wave after wave, which it didn't really all the time, we were able to have some breaks in the second half when they had more of the possession. We were able to have some breaks in their kind of waves that they were attacking us from. But first half up until Zinchenko's substitution, I think him rotating, him moving players around, him finding different ways to get through, again, the block of them, that 4-2-4, finding those little pockets to connect with and get through those little short time passes. He didn't have to do anything flashy in terms of progressive passing or anything major, but him being able to use his movement and quick passing to connect the dots past their block and retain possession too, having us get platformed and get a bit more rhythm with the ball, because I think Brighton are most dangerous with the ball, and us having is going to be a net positive already. So him being in that position, him doing what he was supposed to do today, I think he had a decent performance. I think he was a necessary tool in what we wanted to do today, in the game plan that Arteta probably laid out. He was key in getting that through. I don't think he's a stonewall starting 11 player at this point. I still think right now on form, Kiwior is a starting 11 player, but different games might call for different situations, and Zinchenko was needed today. He stepped up. There was nothing major that came from any moments that he might have had. Might have been a slip, or the ball might have went past him. So I'm not gonna sit up here and slate him for what could have been, but it didn't. So credit to him for again being a vital cog in this. Get to the players I want to shout out specifically. I don't want to do a whole rating thing because that will take me forever, but I'm gonna be on Twitter Spaces if you're gonna find me. Twitter at fulltime trip on X. Follow me on there if you want to see me ranting Spaces and stuff. But that was very solid. But a couple people I want to shout out today, a couple standouts. First and foremost, let me talk about Ben White. Ben White, this guy is absolutely phenomenal with all the news that has come out about him, and potentially carrying a knee injury, just fitness, him trying to be available as much as possible. His ethic and just his ability to work and grind is something to behold, and him today was very, very much just like, he does so much for this team. And it's unreal, his ability to be so effective in all phases of play in different ways. Today, the way I saw him the most effective is kind of adjusting himself to account for central runs, because even when Brighton were starting to get, I feel like those lessened their central runs and runs into space, and their ability to progress the ball through a carry, that got lessened when people started to adjust and move into central spaces to try and cut them off. Eventually we saw again Rice and Odegaard and all them try to close it down, but I think White was one of the first people who were were commissioned to adjust their kind of spot when they see those runs come through, and he was a big help in stopping them getting momentum through the middle and into our final third, or into our defensive third. So I think he was a big help on that front. That was one of the biggest ways I saw him make an impact on the team. William Saliba is another person, bro. He's like, what do you want? What more do you want from him? Tyrese voice, he's ridiculously good. Like, bro, he almost turned into Cristiano Ronaldo on the right wing if it wasn't offside. Like, again, in twofold, this is how I saw he impacted the game. One, on the defensive end, again, the composure, the usual thing. I have never seen a defender like this composed in an Arsenal side in so long. Like, just absolute, like, the cool. Like this hole right here is room temperature or less. It's sitting there. His whole brain is on ice cubes, just sitting. He's like, yeah, nah, whatever, we'll get out of this shit. It's cool. Just dribble here, dribble there. People flying all around him. It's just the absolute composure to find a way through, not panic. I feel like, again, 9 times out of 10, he's going to be that person that finds that little good deft move to kind of just that sidestep pressure, get to the next side, and keep play moving. Wonderful stuff. And then from an offensive perspective, I think that there was a point in the game where I wanted to see more lofted passes over the top, because there were spaces that Brighton did leave to kind of carry those on. Jorginho attempted them in the first half, and the only other person I really saw attempted them was Saliba. So him trying to employ more of that into his game, those passes where he sees, those opportunities, I thought that was a net benefit to the team as well, and that helped. I feel like he, out of the back line, probably him or maybe Ben White, I have to check back on the tape, but they definitely committed to those, again, those over the top passes, more, again, maybe aggressive or longer range passing to help us get into better positions. And I thought that was very good today as well. The other person I gotta shout out, specifically before we get out of here, well, actually, wait, 2 more people. One, David Raya, fantastic game today, kept the clean sheet, the first Spanish goalkeeper to have 5 quick clean sheets in away game straight. That, what I'm saying, a certain keeper was in the league for like 30 years, Mr. Daya, and he couldn't do that. So what we talking about, man? Listen, running the game for the clean sheet, the golden gloves, love to see it. But the last person I want to talk about, King Kai Havertz. What now? Rival fans, Arsenal fans, what do we say now? Is that enough? Is that enough to say he's not a scrub? Is that enough to say he's coming to a good environment and he's on a good way now? Is that enough for you? Does he need to do more? Was it just March 1st? No, it's been February verts. It's been March verts. Now it's April verts. You know what I'm saying? May I have some more verts? We might see. But he's cooking right now. He's finding his way into the team. The team is finding the rhythm of him. He's found the rhythm of the team. And this synergy, it's so beneficial to how we play. He's not only a pressure reliever with the aerial ball, he's great in duels. He's finding spaces. He's getting stuck in. It's so beautiful. And you saw the assist he gave with the way to the pass. Like, bro, he's finding his way into every nook and cranny of this team's performance, and it's so good. He was a center back. He was damn near a center back today. There was a challenge. I don't know if it was Belaber or Dinger or something like that on the right hand side. Bro turned to a CB, said, man, get that out of the way. Stripped. Cut him. Move. Bro, like, yo, Kai Havertz has he's been transformed. He is a man transformed in this Arsenal side, and y'all need to respect him. Y'all need to put respect on his name, bro. Put respect on his name. That's all I gotta say. We move on to Bayern Munich next. Bayern Munich next on Tuesday. I want shellings, but we're gonna talk about that another day, man. Today we're top of the table. We see what Liverpool does tomorrow. Man United, do you have something for me? I doubt it, but we shall see. But we got to move on. We got to get to the next game. We got to talk about this stuff. It's an exciting time. Breathe it in. Don't be so nervous, and believe, y'all. Believe. Let me know what's up in the comment section below. But that's been my time. I am full-time Trip. COYG.